I had somebody reach out to me and say, hey, my son was just born and he failed his hearing test. Look, my son failed his hearing test when he was first born. I had a lot of people in the hospital room, and the lady came in and did that hearing test, and he failed. And she was like, your son failed his hearing test. And in front of everybody, I was fucking embarrassed. Like, what do you mean? My son can't hear? So we all like praying over him, you know what I mean? I'm over here crying at night. Like the first night I cried, like, oh my God, is my son deaf? You know, I'm looking on TikTok and everything, and somebody on TikTok was like, look, if your son or your daughter failed their hearing test, all you got to do, whatever ear it was, they could still have liquid in their ear. Lay them on that ear to let that liquid drain out. And when they come back for a hearing test, make sure you tell them to take them where it's isolated so that the baby could concentrate, because they're new in the world, and if there's a lot of people around, they're looking or trying to look, and you want them to be able to concentrate to be able to respond to sound. So that's what I did. I told them to go ahead and take the baby and bring them back after all of their tests, as much as you want to keep your baby in there. And when he came back, they said he passed. It was the distraction. And also the night before, we did do, lay him on that side, because I think it was his left ear, and we laid him and let anything that was like in there, any bubbles, go ahead and pop and drain out. So do not stress it, y'all. There's techniques. It can be liquid in the ear. It can be distractions. It can be a lot of things. But when they come in and say they want to run a test on the baby, do you want me to do it here? You want me to pull the baby? Don't be like that, like I was. You be like, okay, take the baby and bring it back. Because trust me, you're going to need a break, because when you leave the hospital, you're not going to have them no more. So you want to get as many breaks to recovery and mental health that you can, and allow them to help you. Even at night, if you don't feel bad, if you want them to take the baby into the NICU or the nursery until rest, because if you have no support back home, get as much rest as you can with as much help as you can before you go home. That was my biggest problem. But I did use that nursery, and I'll wake up and I'll go with the little big glass and I'll look, where my baby at? And I always seen him, because he always, like as a baby, he used to break out of his swaddle, and he used to have his hands in the air like this, like he was praying. So I would look around for the baby with his hands in the air, and it never fails. He'll be like, I'm like, give me my baby.